big story around the league, really, as the Knicks like to make headlines, and they did with that move. Some, though, can criticize New York for being more concerned with being on the front page than actually winning. I'm not sure I quite agree with that, but certainly some people may have felt that way.
Now here's Phillips. Outside Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. 8 feet out. Craig T that time from our test. That's what you brought up. They have always tried to be a part of big trades that are being discussed. Sometimes they work, Steve, and sometimes they don't for that team.
Yeah, but anytime you have a chance to get a superstar like Carmelo Anthony, like Amari Stoudemire, I think you go ahead and do it. And so New York is set up now for some success over the coming years, but we'll see how they go forward and what kind of roster they put around their 2 stars.
Now Kobe. Pau Gasol missing from long range. Kobe kicks to our test. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And I'll tell you what, guys, Derek Fisher has had a lot on his plate the last couple of years. He's the president of the NBA Players Association. Not only was he trying to lead his team to a championship, but he's been trying to fix these labor issues as well.
The free throw drops for Fisher. You guys talk about Derek Fisher. What a profession.
Kevin, this guy basically made the most of his natural abilities. Never a premier athlete. Always in great shape, though. Always plays hard, plays smart. And he seems to be able to knock down big threes at the most important times. He's done that throughout his career and goes back to when he and Kobe joined the Lakers. So he spent a lot of time riding the bus together in the gym before and after practice, and he just worked, and now he's got multiple rings.
He and Kobe both have won the 5 rings. They're really hooked at the hip. That's right. Earlier, Dorisburg spoke with head coach Mike Brown. What'd you find out, Chris?
Yes, closing out on shooters and contesting shots is something they talked about over and over in their pregame rundown. He said half of the battle when facing an offense like this is just bothering them when they pull up to shoot, and that every little bit helps and hopefully will wear them down. Consistency, guys, is the key to this defense.
Right, thank you, Doris. So a little bit worried, Clark, about containing the opposing offense today.
Well, they better be. They've got a lot of weapons and scoring threats over there.
Steve?
Well, the way they play, they come out hard out of the gates, and you've got to be prepared defensively. You've got to be on your toes and be ready for that onslaught that you know is coming.
Gasol dishes to Kobe. Shoots over Fields. Kobe Bryant again. Kobe's got his second basket of the night.
Well, Mike Brown, a part of the Greg Popovich coaching tree. In fact, I played for him in San Antonio in 2003 when he was an assistant. Excellent coach, really a guy who will emphasize the defensive end of the floor. That's his forte.
And Billups picks him up defensively. And Bynum backing in. Post shot. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Anthony. Steve, good point about Mike Brown. Clark, his familiarity with the Western Conference and some of the big teams in that conference, I'm sure a big reason why the Lakers got him.
Well, I think all around he's just an outstanding coach. He's in his prime. He's a relatively young coach who's had tremendous experience. So his record is very impressive. His demeanor, personality, and philosophy, I think, is really solid. It helps that he was coaching LeBron, but make no mistake, you just don't stumble into what he's been able to do as far as wins go. He's won almost 2/3 of his game as an NBA head coach, and that list is short when you start looking at the resumes of head coaches to have won 2/3 of the games he's coached in.
And here comes the break. Now Tyrion. Phillips up top. Uncovered. It's hauled in by Bynum. Bynum's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And one of the things you like about the Lakers, their ability to go out on the road and win. In fact, last season, they were 27-14 away from Staples Center.
Now here's Gasol, looking for his first bucket of the game.
I tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. That's where he makes his money.
Clark, a smart veteran team, you know that. How much of an asset is that to winning on the road?
You can't overstate it. I mean, it's really huge, Kevin. Keeping your composure, staying focused, understanding what's coming and what you need to do to seize games on the road. Some folks call it that killer instinct. And those are the things you have to be able to do, and the Lakers, quite honestly, a terrific example of all of that.
Jared Jeffries, he's checked in for the Knicks. Walker comes in for Landry Fields. The Lakers also changing it up. Barnes comes in for Ron Artest. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Derek Fisher. Here's Blake. Good ball movement. And Phillips picks him up defensively. Really left alone that time.
When you give him any kind of space, he's going to knock that down.
Knicks trail by 7. Guarded by Blake. Phillips passes to Carmelo. And stolen by Barnes.
Well, if the defender doesn't buy the pump fake, there's a good chance he's going to be able to tip that ball loose.
With 4 seconds on the clock, here's Anthony, and he sinks the layup.
Man, is he hard to defend. You play him one way, he'll just go the other.
Bryant. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the